There, my beautiful friends. I hope you all are doing well today. Um, I kind of just wanted to come on here and chat with you guys a little bit, um, because I know I haven't sat down and done like a chat with me update video for you guys in a while. But I am in just that period right now where it's like I'm just trying to learn how to like balance being myself with the pregnancy, with the changes happening, with just who I am as a person, because like I am like on one hand like feel like in a sense like I'm an adult, right? I pay bills, I do all the adult things, right? Like take care of things around the house, do what I need to do. But then at the same time, I also kind of internally also feel like I'm a big kid at heart. Um, I love kid-like things, you know. I love to collect stuffed animals. I love musical things. I love just cartoons, things like that. So there's also that side of things. And I have for the longest time been going through this struggle of trying to like be myself and also at the same time, you know, not feel like I'm not doing enough. You know what I mean? Like being able to accept that yes, I can still like the things that I like, but that doesn't change like my ability to, you know, be an adult. So like having comfort item, having things like that doesn't make me any less of an adult, and stuff that, you know, struggles with my disabilities and different things doesn't mean that I'm any less capable. So it's just something I've been going through. And like on one hand, I know that in order to be able to be myself, like not be myself, but in order to like for my child and stuff to learn how to be their own person and to be comfortable with themselves, I have to learn how to like be comfortable with myself. I have to kind of learn how to sit with who I am and stuff and to be okay with it. And I have struggled with that for a long time because I always kind of felt like not like I wasn't ever gonna be good enough. Like I was always being made to feel bad for who I was as a person and made to feel bad for the things that I carried around with me, or the things that I wore. And like logically speaking, the things you like and the things that you find comfort in don't define your ability to like function as an adult, and that there shouldn't be like shame around it, because we're all just doing our best. So the fact that I like blankets, the fact that I like stuffed animals, the fact that I have musical toys doesn't define my ability to have, you know, an adult life. Like doesn't define my ability to be married or define my ability to be able to like raise a child, like, or to even have a job. Like this stuff isn't the things that stop me from being able to like have a job and stuff like that, for example. So it's like there are other things that make it harder for me to have a job. It has nothing to do with my likes. My challenges and the things I deal with don't come from what I like and dislike. Or the fact that I collect weird things like cups of different kinds, or the fact that I collect glowworms, or soothers, or whatever it is that I collect. Like, that's not a defining factor of my ability to function. And I also am aware that it's like everybody's different. And so like what may work for one person doesn't work for another. So there may be people that just don't understand it, and that's okay. But at the same time, it's like there's that part of me that always feels like, am I going to be a good enough of a parent? You know, am I going to be able to give my child what they need to be able to be themselves and to be, you know, okay with who they are? Because at the end of the day, that's really what I want. Is I want my child to like what they like and be who they are. And even if that means that they like collecting certain things, maybe they like, you know, maybe she'll like collecting Barbies, or maybe she'll like collecting whatever, you know, maybe she will be, you know, autistic or neurodivergent, ADHD, whatever, or maybe she'll be neurotypical, you know, and I want her to be able to be who she is without fear of judgment from those around her. And so it's like there is that part of me that inevitably worries that if I'm not able to be comfortable with myself, and if I'm not able to like give that to her, to show, to model the confidence in being yourself, and in being able to like just do you and be you, how am I going to be able to help her be herself? And that's something that I'm working in therapy, is how do I allow myself to be who I am? How do I allow myself to be, you know, an adult, but also kind of a child at heart, you know, and like the child things that I like, without that defining me as being, you know, a child or a big baby, because let's be honest, I'm not. Having certain likes doesn't make you any of those things. I can like childlike things and also still be mature when I have to be. Like, I can still like collecting childlike things and still, at the end of the day, pay my bills, do the things I need to do, grocery shop, do all of the things, even if, you know, I do need a little extra support, because let's be honest, I do. You know, the amount of support that I require emotionally is probably more than some people, because I also have other things, you know, I have other struggles, a lot of things that I don't talk about on this channel. You know, I'm fairly open about things on this channel, and I have been on this channel. I have a lot of different things going on, but that doesn't, none of that really defines my worth or defines my ability to do things, because there are adults out there who still adult and who still can do adult things with a little extra support. And my disabilities and who I am and the way I was born doesn't mean that I'm less capable. It just means that I do things a little bit differently. So, and yes, I'm watching cartoons. You guys probably see through my glasses. I'm watching cartoons right now. It is late at night and I'm watching cartoons, and I'm cuddling with my stuffed animals. And one of my blankets here. And that's okay. And my things that I love are kind of, kid-like. And again, that's okay. There's nothing to be ashamed of there. I can be my own person and an adult, but it's just like I feel like there's a part of me that always feels like maybe I'm wrong in who I am, even though I know that doesn't seem valid, because I mean it doesn't seem accurate, because to be honest, like, I'm loved, right? I have an amazing partner, spouse. I have family. I have friends and people who understand who I am and who understand me and who accept me. And I'm able to do all these things. And I'm lucky to be able to have all of that. I'm lucky to be able to have the ability to do things, to communicate like this, to be able to have all of the things I have. And yet it's just that part of me that just feels like I'm still not enough, if that makes sense. And I know that a lot of this may just be increased because of these feelings, may just be increased partially because of pregnancy, because of changes, because of insecurities, because of whatever. But I don't know, I just have a lot of feelings, and working through them and sorting myself out, because I want to be the best parent I can be for our girl, for our baby, for everything. And I want to make sure that she has the best she can have from us, and that she can grow up in an environment where she can be herself and not doubt herself, or doubt her abilities, or feel like she has to be in a certain way to be good enough. And I feel like that starts with modeling that. And I sometimes worry whether or not I'll be able to model that in the way that she needs. But I think the fact that I can even sit there and ask myself those things means that there's a part of me that does care, and I do want to be the best I can be, right? And I have to give myself grace, and I have to allow myself to exist without judgment. And that's something that is definitely hard for me to do. So, anyway, I just wanted to come on here and just talk a little bit about that stuff. But I love you guys so much, and Lammy and I here hope that you guys are having a good one, and let me know your thoughts down in the comments. If you have any helpful advice or any tips or anything like that, let me know. As always, remember, if you're going through it, you'll get through it, and remember who you are. And I will talk to you guys in my next video. I love you guys. Bye.